Thanks for watching Film Buff, really, honestly. It's fucking great.
Hello, how's it going, guys? My name is Film Buff. Alright, man, so it is time for Black Mirror. And now, once again, let's jump back to Season 3, Playtest. Before that, I need to thank all the amazing patrons. Thank you so much for all your amazing support. Forever thankful. You guys are actually brilliant. Thank you for sticking around. Yeah, not much else to say in terms of recap. It's a Black Mirror episode, right? So can't really recap it. But I can say that Season 3 has been really good. You know, these Season 3 episodes have been really good, so I'm hoping for another fantastic episode. Okay, Dubai, Spain, Rome, Petty.
All these games. You're like a gamer. Cool.
Dark Souls, Dead Space.
For my job.
Should have called. Should have called, man. That's not creepy at all.
May I?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is like the Matrix right here.
Well done.
That was it? Why? Oh, because of the adrenaline rush.
Yes,
Yeah.
but mostly because you are still alive. You have faced your greatest fears in a safe environment.
Uh-oh.
It is a release of fear.
Okay, we'll leave you to enjoy your evening.
All right.
You'll hear from me in a moment and just make yourself at home.
Okay. All right. Well,
Oh,
take her
man.
easy.
He's in for a rough night, isn't he?
What is it?
Just nothing. Here with the. You can zoom in on it, and you can see what I'm talking about. Whoa! And now there's a guy in the window, and that wasn't. the. Yeah. Is it? Where's leaky pipes? There's leaky pipes. Like. Holy fuck! Oh! Ah! Oh! Fuck! Oh! 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 Okay. I wasn't scared. I wasn't like scared of him, but he was a bully, and man, took a couple of Krav Maga classes, and now I'd be ready. I'd be ready.
You're being discursive,
That's discursive.
talkative, rambling.
Is that a problem?
People sometimes talk more when they're afraid. Helps compensate for the fear. Masks it too.
Oh yeah.
Similar to when you've got the TV on late at night.
He's gonna be right behind this door when I close it, isn't he? Yeah, that's how this worked. Knew it. Hard to explain. It's like a huge ass spider with a face and dicks coming out of his mouth. It's Peters. Peters is inside like a Peters
It's like Annihilation.
spider. Hey, you guys? Coming to fix the earpiece? No. How'd you find me here? This place?
I tracked you.
You tracked me.
Yeah, with your GPS on your phone, find my friends.
Find my friends? That would have worked, but they took my phone and it's in a building like a mile away. So, yeah, nice try. This isn't what I signed up for. I'm fucking done, okay? What the Holy fuck! Okay, I'm in the room. Where's the access point?
Access point? There is no access point.
Oh my god.
I'm fucking with you, Cooper. I told you to come up here to see if we'd broken you enough to obey instructions without question. And we have. You thought you'd see your mother. What does she look like? Your mother, can you describe her face? Her hair color? Is she tall, short, fat, thin? Where did you grow up? You don't know any of these things, do you? Don't you think that's odd?
It's fucking taking my memories!
Overwriting them, technically. Look in the mirror, behind you. Do you recognize yourself? Do you even know who you're looking at?
It's like his dad's condition.
Soon you won't be anything. You'll be just like your dad. You should have called Mom. You should have. She's all that's left. You abandoned her.
No! Get out of my head!
You'll never see
Get
her
out of my
again.
fucking
Never
head!
speak to her again. Never
Get
see
out
her
of my
face.
fucking head!
No. You
Get
should have
out of my
called Mom.
fucking head! Get out of my fucking head!
You're a bad son. He'll never see his mother again.
Oh, God!
You're going nowhere.
Fuck! Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Oh, God!
何やってんのなんですぐ切れないの
わかりません。脳内に広がっています。
Oh no.
I can't stop it.
I don't know who I am.
They've dug in deeper than they're meant to. Threaded through your brain. Taken over whole areas. I can't stop it. I can't remove it and I can't stop it.
But I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am.
On behalf of Saito Game Team, I most humbly apologize.
Who are you?
Put him with the others, please.
No, Mom?
No.
I have to call him.
Mom, I'm right here. I'm right here, Mom.
I have to call Cooper. to call and make sure that he's safe. I have to call him. I have to call him.
Okay, so, a bit of a crazy ending there. I mean, it is Black Mirror, so it is to be expected. So it turns out none of that actually happened. So the phone call itself, totally messed up. The installation process. Like it fried it. Ironically, it's the phone call that kind of ended his life. It killed him. On the other side, it's his mom. She's been trying to get hold of him this whole episode. Ironically, she just wants to know if he's fine and how he's doing. That call basically ends up killing him. Now, I'm not blaming the mom, not at all. I'm just saying, if you'd taken that call, take away points from this, answer your goddamn phone, man, especially if it's your mom. Just answer it. You have plenty of chances to answer the call and even call her back. He needed help at one point. He needed money. Almost calls her, but backs out. If he does any of those things, calls her for help, picks up her call, one of her many calls, like she called like 5-6 times, right, throughout the episode, maybe this doesn't happen, right? If he had taken those calls, this doesn't happen. The unfortunate timing. Also, another thing here is that he turned the phone on. She told him the phone's got to be off, and there's clearly a reason for that, right? But his greed got the better of him. He turned it on just to get, a snap of this, super secret project. So he turned the phone on at the end of the day. If it's off, even if that call comes in, it's not going to go through, right? Now I'm trying to figure out if that was 0.04 seconds of that, technology, that, game in effect, taking effect. Or if that was his life flashing before his eyes and the game wasn't even like actually taking place. Like it got fried before installing properly. So, I'm not sure. But yeah, basically none of that happened. Like his brain created all of that, his mind, this crazy experience that felt like the full day, but in fact it was only 0.04 seconds, right? Basically he didn't even meet Saito. He didn't meet him, right? It was all in his mind, based on it was like a manifestation of the things in his mind, his perceptions, the imagery he's been exposed to recently, and in this case, The Office, and preconceived notions in terms of the types of games they make. And then he's seen Saito's face on that magazine, so his brain, his mind had enough information to create this crazy scenario, this narrative for him. So yeah, man, like his memories, his thoughts, things he's seen recently, all that just jumbled together. And there's some major foreshadowing going on throughout this episode, leading up to this crazy experience he has later on. And he experienced all of that. Like Katie said, it lit up all at the same time. So that kind of stress, holy shit. But yeah, the foreshadowing, there was so much stuff. Like, I mean, even in the plane in the beginning, the air hostess tells him to turn his phone off for that moment. There's a giant spider on the building. So he passes by a graphic designer's desk, and he sees the design for, the trench coat and the black hat. And Josh Peters basically takes that, right? Josh Peters, the bully, another thing he talks about earlier on in the episode, is in that outfit, right? And in the background, the house. He actually saw the house a few times. So even the mole game, it didn't happen. That was just his mind putting it all together, making something up for him. So he has to get this mushroom installed. So that was a bit of a take on, trips and psychedelics, and how powerful these trips can be, right? And how you can lose your sense of time, And even the the installation process, it really reminded me of the Matrix. I remember getting plugged in. So Saito, he tells him about this new game. He's in the process of kind of perfecting or testing a horror game that uses your own mind to scare you. I might sound a little bit crazy saying this, but that kind of excites me. I do hope in the not so distant future there are games like this, that it can take that next step. But of course, it's got to be tested and controlled and perfected. And in terms of that, his biggest fear is losing his memories and becoming like his father. His father had that unfortunate condition, and he lost him recently. So, throughout the episode, you can see his biggest fear is indeed going down that same path. And that biggest fear actually does end up happening, in this reality his mind has kind of, thrown at him. At one point, he does start to forget things. And the ironic thing here is that earlier on in the episode, the first time he meets Sonya in the bar, he tells her that he's just trying to make memories, because he has time right now. And then, cut to this, simulation that his mind kind of, tossed him in. Or the scenario, in that scenario, he's starting to lose all those memories. He's so dead set on having these memories and not losing them, because he does have that fear in the back of his mind that he might end up going down the same path as his father. That scene, him getting home, that was actually quite powerful. I thought, it actually brought me to tears. Like I was getting teary eyed. It was such a powerful moment. And I thought that ending, if it ended like that, even that would have been a really, just really sad ending. I thought that was going to be the ending, that, at the end of the day, his mother also has the same condition. And that's why she kept calling, nonstop. I thought that would have been a great ending as well. But yeah, he freaks out again. And it takes me back to that moment. The phone rings. He died. Shouting for his mom. And ironically, it's his mom who called him to see if he is alright. Right? So, yeah, man. Again, I mentioned earlier, it also kind of felt like his, how the whole concept of your life flashes before your eyes, like instantly in a split second. 0.04 seconds, that's pretty quick. So I felt like maybe it's a take on that as well. His life flashed before his eyes, and like the things that happened to him in the house, kind of carried him through different phases of his life, I guess, right? Okay, so another great episode, man. Black Mirror rarely lets me down. It's just such a fantastic show. But yeah, man, so if you enjoyed it, please smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments. Black Mirror, I'm always open to different takes, because I feel like it's one of those shows that does have, that does allow for a lot of different takes and perspectives. And opinions, So yeah, leave your comments, man. If you're into social media, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All the links are in the description. Hit me up. Huge thank you to all the amazing patrons. You guys are absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Forever grateful. Thank you so much. Okay, so thanks for dropping by, guys. I'll see you soon. Another episode, probably jumping back to season 4 next. But yeah, take it easy.